Welcome to Online College Algebra. This is Mrs. Cecil, your teacher. Since I don't get to see you every day, I wanted to take a minute so I could walk you through our course. Your view will look a little bit different because you're a student and not an instructor, but it's all pretty much the same. Okay, so here's our class, but when you first get into Schoology, as you probably already know, it'll either take you here to the course dashboard, or it could be your updates, the recent activity. So you can find our class by clicking here, Course Dashboard, or up here at Courses, and then Online College Algebra. Okay, so the first thing obviously is this video, and then when you're done, please take your quiz and the academic honesty agreement. Do those right away. I want them done by Friday. They are easy test points, so let's just get started off right away with that. Okay, I want to take a minute and go through this course information. Alright, so here is the syllabus, and here you can look through this, but it pretty much has the information that's on this page and a little bit more if you're interested. So there's my contact information. You can come in before or after school. I'm going to change this so hopefully when you see it, it's not Google Hangouts. It'll be a Schoology conference, so if there's like you're not able to get in before or after school, I know, like, you know, if you're traveling from another school, you might be in a little bit later, but that's okay. I'm still willing to stay and meet with you, but we can do this Schoology conference, and I would just to walk you through that if that's something that you want to do. Okay, so here, every chapter will have 2 to 3 assignments. You'll have 2 attempts for each assignment, though the problems might be different, and you have to have it done by the given due date. I do not accept late work, so no points will be given for late submissions. Now, I get that things come up, so just communicate with me. You know, I can be flexible if you all of a sudden, you know, you get sick or you have a bunch of big projects, or you have a late game somewhere that's out of town. If you communicate with me early about that, then I usually can be pretty reasonable. Okay, so I will show you this in a minute, but there's learning targets attached to the questions on the homework assignments. If you score less than a 75% on a specific target, then you must do the practice problems for that target. These practice problems are optional if you have the 75% or above. So to find out if you do, you'll click on the Mastery tab over here on the left-hand side. Click that, and then that will have all the learning targets listed. I don't want to click on it because it'll show all the names, but for you, it'll have your learning targets listed. Okay, so I'll show you where the practice assignments are. They don't count as a separate grade, but I will add points back to your original homework assignment if you do better on these practice assignments. Every chapter has 1 review before the test, and you can do that an unlimited amount of times, and you need to do that before you can take your test. Every chapter has 1 to 2 quizzes. You only get 1 chance. There will be a time limit, and it must be done by the due date. So you're not going to have time to look up every single problem when you're doing these quizzes. The time limit is designed that you're able to do the quizzes without looking up in your notes or in the book on how to do them. You should do them without your notes or book or any other outside resources. Okay, every chapter will have 1 test. We are going to do these in person. So I'll have like an approximate date that I want the test to be done, but you know, if you can't get to Lee Summit High School on that day after school, then I can be flexible. We can have some other dates available, and I will work with you on getting that test taken. There are paper pencil test, no outside resources except a calculator, so just your normal test for all our chapter tests. So there'll be 4 each semester. Your final will be in person, given at the end of each semester. Your first semester date is December 18th. You'll have a room at each high school that you can go to take this, so you won't have to come to Lee Summit High School because the first semester test will be on Schoology. You won't be able to use any outside resources, but besides a calculator, but it will be on Schoology. Then second semester, it'll be a year-long final because this is a UMKC class, and it's a college credit. And typically it's taught over one semester, but we're teaching it over two, so you get a full year to do it. So then your final for UMKC has to be year-long. That will be after school with me as well. And that'll count, UMKC requires that it's 20% of the UMKC grade. So your high school grade, it'll still be 10%, but UMKC, it'll be 20%. Here's just our general grade breakdown. So 20/80 for tests and quizzes, and then homework. And then as usual, finals 10% except for your UMKC grade. All right, I will post a video of the lesson every day. So a couple years ago, I recorded myself teaching. And so I will be posting that. That's actually should already be there, but after school on the day that I taught it in class, I will also upload my slides presentation, so like the worked out notes from this year. So the videos are pretty current, but it's been a couple years, so there might be just a few things that are different, but in general they should be the same. Okay, so it's very important that you check your email every single day. This is my only way that I have to communicate with you. So you need to check your email. I will send out course updates, and these will come through your email as well. So like when you have an upcoming quiz or test, or when I get something graded, I will be posting updates. So that is very important for you to check your email. Follow the calendar. So if you come up here to the calendar, you can click on that right now. I still am getting stuff put in here. But it'll show up here your notes, like the notes we're doing that day and when the assignments are due. It'll show on there. Like I said, I'm still working on that, but by the first day of school, by the time you're watching this, there should be stuff there. Okay. Plan to spend 1 to 2 hours a day on the course, so I will post things ahead of time. Like you will be able to work ahead to some extent. Now I won't have the whole first semester there right now, but pretty much the whole first chapter is there, so if you need to work ahead, feel free. Work out the problems and the notes, so when you watch the video of the notes, take notes, work out the examples, pause it if you need to. Just because you have multiple choice or fill in the blank questions does not mean you don't need to work out the problems. Your test, you will be showing your work. You'll be working out your problems. Homework, like I said, can be done 2 times, quizzes 1 time. Reviews, unlimited amount of times. The reviews are all multiple choice, and this is really just so you get an idea of what the answers should look like to help you prepare for the test. But the tests are not multiple choice. Okay, so still plan to work them out like you would if they weren't. Okay, I already talked about the tests being in person. Okay, so I'm also going to be posting a link with the UMKC enrollment. So you will want to enroll online pretty much right away. So I'll probably post that up here, maybe right under the orientation, the link to do that. But it's also, show you real quick, up here, futureroo.umkc.edu /apply/. All right, so this is the online application. It's a little bit new this year, so I'm not sure. There could be kinks in it. It's the first time that they're doing this completely online application, so if you run into any issues, let me know. So you'll have to create an account, and then when you do, after you have the account, make sure that you select dual high school, like the appropriate application. You're not an undergraduate yet or graduate, so make sure you're selecting that. Okay, so we're going to be doing stuff with your new Chromebook and the stylus. So if you did not order a stylus or get one at registration, please let me know. You need to have one, and it's not just a normal one that you can get off Amazon. It has to be specific for the Chromebooks. I'm sure your school is selling them too. Please let me know if you don't have one. But I want you to do this practice assignment as soon as you do, just to see how the stylus works. on the Chromebook. So click on that. So it'll look like this. So just a simple two-step equation, and I want you to take your stylus and try to work it out and then submit it so I can see what it looks like. Show your work here. Okay. All right, so let's get into our content real quick. First of all, I have some practice assignments from the book. These are not graded, but if there's anything that you're struggling with, then I want you to get into the book and get some practice problems done. This is going to help you prepare for your test or quiz. Here's the notes. So on the calendar, you'll know what day we're doing which notes. So this R1 notes. And then here's the video. It will show. I'm just not logged into YouTube right now. And then here's your video. And then here's your assignment for R1 to R3. Okay. So for example, one of your questions here for the first assignment. And then down here, this is where the learning target is. So this is the learning target that ties to this question. And then here, after you complete this assignment, you have practices on these two learning targets. Okay, so if you have less than a 75% on that learning target, you have to do these practices. If you don't, then if you have more than 75%, then you can do it just for extra practice if you want. Okay, here's your quiz. And then here is this assignment. Down here is the review. Okay, so your first assignment is not due till the 21st, but that's going to come quick. So make sure you're staying on top of it. Stay on top of the notes and everything. You can check your grades here, the grade book, but I will transfer the grades to PowerSchool, so PowerSchool will be the best place for you to look for your grades. And then, yeah, let me know if you have any questions. So I will post the UMKC link probably right here. And so by the time you're looking at this, hopefully you see that there. And I will be putting stuff on the calendar as well. So that should be good to go on Wednesday when you're looking at that. So please let me know if you have any questions, and good luck.